Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona, where we are heading towards 100 and something today. But that's okay. It's fine. It's perfect. It's wonderful. It's amazing. It's incredible. And I'm thankful to be here. So today, welcome to a super fantastic start to your Shake It Up Saturday, that day of the week that we challenge you to step outside your comfort zone and do something new. So what new things are you going to try today? Are you going to try a new skill? You're going to visit somewhere you've never been before? What are you doing today to challenge yourself outside your comfort zone and try something new? So my challenge today is, well, this is the first Saturday I have had off in like 3 weeks, I think. I think it's 3 weeks. Yeah, it's either 3 or 4 weeks since I last had a Saturday off. So I'm super excited to have this day off. And I thought, oh, what could I do? Well, I was thinking of putting Zeffie and Day in the doggy. I knew they're full this weekend, so that's not going to happen. So next weekend, she will go into doggy daycare for the Saturday, and Sparkles will get a spring clean on the inside from top to bottom, although it's more like a late spring, early summer clean. But she will get that next Saturday. But for today, I thought, well, what can I do? You know, it's going to be 114 today. Yeah, not a good day to be outside. So I'm actually going to be starting a brand new genealogy class. So it's 150 hours for certification, and it goes towards my continuing credits that I need to do for the Association of Professional Genealogists to maintain my membership with them. And so I'm super excited to be starting this to see what new things I learn. And some of it we're going back to basics. Some of it's in the middle, and some of it's a little more advanced. So it's going to be different. So definitely going to challenge me, because it's 150 hours of training, and I'm like, and there's 11 modules, and each module is broken up into anywhere from 3 to 5 parts. So I'm sort of like, oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. So I'm really super looking forward to doing that today. I have a call in just over an hour with somebody to talk about genealogy too. So, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. So I'm super excited. So today's going to be a very heavy genealogy day, which I am super excited about, because you all know how I love that rabbit hole. If you don't, you will learn. So yes, so I'm starting a new certification class today, and I'm so excited to be doing that. I'm going to, this one I'll probably actually, yeah, I'm going to knock it out in less than 150 hours. Well, we will see, because I have a pretty full schedule during the week. So the only time I can probably actually devote any amount of time to it will be weekends. And tomorrow is our mystery Sunday drive. And so for our Sunday drive tomorrow, we're just going to go to the front gate and make the decision we're going to go left or right. And then every intersection, based on the shape of the intersection, it'll be left, right, straight ahead. And those will be the decisions we're making. So who knows where we'll end up. And then the idea is to discover really cool things along the way that I can go back and visit without Zeffie. If we find places we can visit with Zeffie at the time, depending on the weather and how hot it is, we may stop and have a look, or it may go in the book to come back when it gets a little cooler, or do, like a first thing in the morning thing. So yes, and then the challenge will be for tomorrow. The challenge will be after we figure, we've driven for a couple of hours or whatever, and we have a break, and then it's going to be, the challenge will then be to turn around and figure out how to get back here to the RV without using a road map and without using the GPS on the phone to get us back. So that's going to be the challenge. So I love doing Mystery Sunday drives like this. They're a lot of fun. You experience great things, but we will talk more about that tomorrow. Today, it's all about genealogy. It's going to be learning new stuff today, refreshing the brain on some of the stuff that it already knows. So refreshing the brain on stuff it already knows, learning new things, and just having fun, and then getting to talk to a potential new client about genealogy today too. So it's a very genealogy heavy day today. I am so looking forward to it, because you never know what discoveries you can make, and there's always that thrill of the hunt when you find that little thread and you just very gently start pulling it, because you don't want to break that chain, and you got to keep going, and it's those of you who knit and crochet, if you go after the thread, and when I always work from the inside of the ball of yarn outwards. So I'm one of those that dive into the middle of the ball of yarn, find the end, bring it out, and that's what I use when I am knitting or crocheting. Is I start from the middle of the ball and work my way out. Some people like to start on the outside of the ball. I'm one of those that dive into the middle of the ball and try and find the end without pulling out the entire guts of the middle of the ball. Sometimes it's easy to do, sometimes it's not so easy to do. And some manufacturers have got pretty smart and actually got two ends there, and you've got to figure out, okay, which one comes from the middle of the ball and which one comes from the outside of the ball. So you have to figure that out. But I'm one of those that start in the middle of the ball and you just very gently start pulling that out, because sometimes in the middle of the ball it can get a little tangled and you've suddenly got this clump in front of you. And that's what genealogy is like. You find that middle thread and you just start pulling it out very, very gently to avoid getting that clump in the middle. Because if you get that clump in genealogy, it's going to be like, whoa! And not quite hair pulling, but you will end up turning around and going, oh my gosh, this is going to take me forever to untangle. Let's dive in and get into it. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is diving into some genealogy, learning some new things, being reminded of, being the brain refreshed on some other things. And it's just going to be a day of fun. So what are you doing today to shake up your Saturday? Are you learning something new? Are you trying something new? Are you visiting somewhere new? Are you visiting a new restaurant? Are you trying something new in the kitchen? Are you going test driving for your new car? Maybe you just purchased your new car and you're taking it out for a test, or you're taking it out for its first long run, or RV. Maybe you just got an RV and now you're getting ready to hit the road. Oh my gosh, that is such an incredible experience. I will never forget the first time that I got the RV to the campsite. I managed to find a pull-through campsite because I was at a campground where it was first come, first served, and I managed to find a pull-through site, which means you drive in from the back to the front and then you park, so you don't have to back into the thing. And I'm getting out and getting everything hooked up to find out that I don't have an adapter to go from a 50 amp power cord to a 30 amp connector. There's an adapter plug that you need to have. I was like, So then it was pack that back up, leave the RV where it was. I had to go back and get the car anyway, because that was still at the dealer's day. So I had made a list. Actually, no, sorry, I took a lift back to get the car first, then came back and then figured out what I needed to do, because I had a whole bunch of stuff in the car that I needed to unpack into the RV. So we got all that unpacked, everything, some things put away, figured out what I needed to go get, went down to Walmart because I knew they had their RV section there, and got my adapter plug, got the 50 amp to the 30 amp, and I also got a 30 to a 20 amp, which is the regular house connection. And so I got all of those connections. I needed to get new sewer because I didn't have a sewer hose, so I got that. What else did I have to get then? There was a few other little bits and pieces that I went out and got, and then came back and got my power hooked up, got the sewer thing hooked up. So we were good, we were set, we were ready to go. But the first time I came to do a road trip, that was really exciting. It was very nerve-wracking because I was going to be going out on the highway with my RV. Driving for a bit in my RV, and I was sort of like a little nervous about that. But I stayed in the very right lane. I went at my own pace, and other cars are going. I didn't care, but I had to learn, because I had to learn to stay out of the shoulder area and actually in the lane. And then you had cars coming down onto the freeway, so it was avoiding them as well. And I remember the first time I did a lane change, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing a lane change, and my rear view camera is going in and out, and the mirror's working, and I managed to pull over, and I'm like a nervous wreck. And I thought, hang on, they're going to get out of my way because I've got a big rig, and if I start moving, the cars are going to get out of my way. And so I saw the gap, and I just started pulling into the gap. But that very first time I changed lanes to actually overtake another vehicle, that scared the crap out of me. But I did it, and I was like, yes, I passed a truck. Woohoo! I passed a truck on a hill. Yes! And then I thought, oh crap, I got to move back again. So make sure I was clear of the truck, put my indicator on, move back in again. It was an incredible, and I still get that thrill when I go out driving in my RV now, and I'm super comfortable behind the wheel of the RV. And in fact, it didn't take me long to get comfortable behind the wheel of the RV. it was, but I'm super comfortable behind it. My next challenge when I drive the RV is I'm going to have a car on the back. I am going to be flat towing Bluebird, and I'm sort of like super nervous about that, like how that's going to go. I've got my rear view camera got replaced and everything else, and so now it doesn't go in and out; it stays on all the time, and well, when the key's on anyway. And so I can keep an eye on the car out the back, but it's going to be sort of like, oh yeah, when I accelerate, I have to remember I have a vehicle behind me now, and braking's going to be a little different. So, but I can't. The one thing you cannot do when you are flat towing a vehicle is you cannot reverse. You can't back up because you can end up damaging the vehicle behind you with the tow bars and things. So that's one thing I know I cannot do in the RV. I would have to disconnect it first, then do my backing up, and then, but you know, coming into a campground, if I can get a pull through, that would be beautiful. Just pull right on through, and I don't have to worry about getting out first, disconnecting the car, parking it out of the way, backing the RV in, and then parking the car in front of the RV. If you've got a pull through, it's just super easy because you just pull in behind, and then you can disconnect at your leisure. So that's kind of coming up, is going to be that trip. Yeah, that's going to be fun. So that's my next Shake It Up. So what Shake It Up stuff are you doing today to shake up your life, to shake up your day, to shake up your weekend, to shake up your week? You know, what are you doing today to get out there? You know, we're going to challenge you. Do one thing different today that you've never done before. One thing you have never done before. You know, go try one thing you have never done before, and let us know in the comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube, please click the like, the subscribe, and the bell for notifications. And we will catch you guys later today. Go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling day. Challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone and try something new. And we will catch you guys later today.